Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here, and we're going over a very delicate Bethesda leak. This comes courtesy of Amazon France. I tweeted about it last night, and a lot of people were requesting Speculitis Matty comes out to play. So I'm going to honor that request, and we're going to look into this, I put it in quotes, leak, and see what it could possibly be. There's really no concrete evidence, but I'm going to be speculating a ton, so take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, for those who weren't aware, Amazon France recently went crazy. They had a bunch of PS4 games listing PC ports. We had the likes of The Last of Us Part 2, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Gran Turismo Sport, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, and Persona 5 Royal. Most of those games I can't even fathom outside of, I'd say, Days Gone or Bloodborne actually making their way to PC. So what I'm saying is that, once again, Amazon France is at it again, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, just a little pinch. Anyway, this comes from a Reddit post titled "Several Unknown Third-Party Listings Appeared on Amazon from Square, Warner, Bethesda, Capcom, Take-Two, Ubisoft, and potentially 4 Nintendo games. These listings include 3 games from Bethesda, 1 on Switch only, 2 multi-platform, 1 for PS4 and Nintendo Switch, the other for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. 2 games from Square Enix, both on Switch only. 2 games from Warner Brothers, 1 Switch only, 1 multi-platform. 2 games from Ubisoft, 2 multi-platform. 1 game from Take-Two, which is multi-platform, and 1 game from Capcom, which is Switch only. Now, I'll give you guys some guesses on the other companies, but I know most of you are probably very curious about where I lie on the Bethesda leaks. 1 Switch-only game, which is very rare for them, and then 2 multi-platform ones, which is 1 only for the Switch and PS4, and the other is for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One. What could these games be? Well, for the Switch, this is just Speculitis Matty talking, okay? So bear with me, but with the Switch, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a Fallout port. That's what the dreamer in me says. That's what I want. I want that so badly. I want it for it to be Fallout on the Switch. When it comes to the multi-platform one, when I saw that there was a game for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, I instantly thought, well, this can't be Starfield because of the Switch being listed. While Todd Howard has been very open about Starfield being able to come on current gen consoles, saying the following: it's not out of the question, but there is a question there. If I'm being honest, I don't know the answer to that yet. Releasing on the PS4 and Xbox One is not a priority, Howard continued, explaining that when you're making a game, you want to get the best stuff on screen and then you optimize. If we can cast a wider net, then great. And if it can't, then we've done that before. I would rather Bethesda just strictly develop for the newer systems, as much as I really want to see Starfield as soon as possible. I gotta say, I think that they're probably gonna wait for new gen consoles, which are not listed currently for these Amazon leaked listings. Now, I gotta say, I think realistically speaking, this is more than likely Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how they're gonna squeeze these games on the Switch. I also thought that it'd be really neat if Dishonored made its way to the Nintendo Switch. Bethesda just recently stated that they're actually not having that series be put on ice, but that Corvo's story is done. And I thought to myself, okay, why not release like a Dishonored collection on Switch? That would make a lot of sense. I think that would be pretty healthy for the series, and it would be great for people who have not played that game in its entirety, because it's so good. I love that series to death, man. Now, this set of speculation does come on the tail of a lot of Starfield hype building up. Recently, we passed a date where Bethesda typically teases their next game from Bethesda Game Studios. So we passed that day. There was no teaser. With that in mind, though, I do think if there's any year, if there is absolutely any year that Todd Howard and his team decide to actually go forth with waiting as long as humanly possible to announce and then release their game, which Todd said he wants that window to be as short as possible, it's this year. It's 2020, where I'm not even just saying it because it's such a wild year, but more so that this is the time where marketing's changed. Like, you don't have E3 at the center of the year to base your plans around. That's gone. That changes everything. Do you go in with this Summer Games Fest, or do you do something a little bit different and just wait till August and say, hey, it's coming out in November? Like, that's why I haven't given up too much on the Starfield 2020 hype. But at the same time, I think that if Bethesda were to have gone through with some type of digital showcase that would have really confirmed that Starfield had to at least be a part of their plans in some way, shape, or form. Now, as I said, this comes on the tail of Starfield leaks, once again, in quotes. This one came from my buddy Skolzy. He was sent a photo of the Starfield website over on Bethesda.net, and there is a rating at the bottom right corner for the UK version of the website, which would mean that the game is actually complete if it's ready to be rated, and that would be huge. It would mean that Starfield was a lot closer than we thought. But according to Pete Hines on Twitter, he said wasn't aware, but it's just a glitch or a bug on the site. I'll ask them to look into it and get it fixed. Thanks for the heads up. So on one hand, Speculitis Matty doesn't want to sit here and go like, oh, he's going to go ahead and confirm it. Like, of course he's not. If that was actually something that Bethesda was doing, he's not going to go, oh, hey guys, my bad, we actually were getting ready to announce this game, and yeah, you kind of caught us. So he's not going to say that, but I do believe him when he says it's a glitch. He has been talking about Starfield and engaging with Starfield fans a little bit more. Is fans the right word? Like Starfield fanatics? People who are hyped for this game. And he actually responded to a tweet where he was claiming that it will be worth the wait, which that just gets my blood flowing, man. I'm excited about that, but I have no reason to be excited because of Fallout 76 and also because I know nothing about Starfield. Anyway, we have a bunch of other companies on this list that I wanted to go ahead and shoot my shot with when it came to the games that they may be releasing on the respective systems for this Amazon France leak. So we have Square Enix with both Switch only releases, 2 games. So if I were to pick one from Square Enix, it would definitely be Kingdom Hearts finally coming to the Switch. That has been long requested. So I personally think that would make the most sense. There was also recent rumors, thanks to the cover art of an anime expo, that The World Ends With You may be coming back, and that game is super underrated. They said that if the Switch version got enough attention that they would look into doing a sequel. Maybe it did from their optics, and they are going to try to make another The World Ends With You game, which would be hype. Incredibly hype. Warner Bros. With a Switch-only game and multi-plat. The multi-plat is the easier one, right? We have that leaked Harry Potter game from, like, I think 2 years ago now. That could easily be it. It could also be whatever Rocksteady's working on. Jason Schreier, when he was working at Kotaku, did state that Warner Brothers was planning to do some type of E3 conference, and obviously with the cancellation of E3, that sort of put their plans in flux, so who knows when they're going to be doing their announcements. And it's unfortunate, but given the fact that they were going to bring out a conference, I imagine that this leak here for Warner is absolutely true. 2 games from Ubisoft, both multi-plat. I think at first glance this seemed obvious, at least for me. I was like, oh, it's Gods and Monsters and it's Watch Dogs Legion, and then I realized these had to have listings at this point in time because they've been announced for a while. So when it comes to Ubisoft, your guess is as good as mine, man. You never know what they're doing. When it says multi-platform, instantly that gets rid of my idea of like a sequel to Mario and Rabbids. My God, I would love that. That would send me over the moon. One of the best exclusives on the Switch. If you like XCOM style games and you enjoy Mario, oh my God, play that game. Take-Two with a multi-plat. Hopefully that's Bully 2. That's all I gotta say, man. I hope it's Bully 2. More likely this is BioShock. That would at least be my speculation on that. As for Capcom, Switch only, yo, I mean, I've been playing these games lately. Imagine this is Mega Man Battle Network Collection. Just a complete shot in the dark there, guys, but imagine that. The Battle Network series was so good, exclusive to the Game Boy Advance, and imagine they just released the whole collection on the Switch. Oh my lord. My word. Speculitis Matty is dangerous. You see, these ideas get drummed up in my head, and I get very crazy. So that's all I've got to say here. I thought that this Reddit post was actually hilarious because below it, I guess Starfield fans are really excited, and anytime there's a rumor or a leak involving Bethesda, they flood it. Because when you look at the top rated comment, it says, man, don't let Starfield people find this. They will go nuts. And they already like instantly found the post. So I found that hilarious. But anyway, that is the latest on this third-party listing leak. I don't think it's gained enough traction to warrant a response from any of the companies, but like I said, I received a lot of requests when I posted the tweet for this leak that I speculate. So I thought, why not come out and play a little bit? Anyway, what do you guys think these games may be? go ahead and fire away in the comments down below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. Big thank you to all the patrons. You see this spicy setup we had in this video. This is thanks to you guys. So I appreciate you providing for me so I can have a cool studio like this to make you guys better videos. Appreciate all of you. I'll talk with you soon. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.